What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to my channel. I'm the Anchor Alchemist, and we're going to take a look at my build that I did here in the Lian Li Lancool 217. So the Lancool 217 just came out. There's some fantastic cases, by the way, that came out actually at Computex this year, and I've actually got my eye on the Corsair 5000D and doing a build in that one. But we're talking about the Lian Li Lancool 217 here. It was really easy to build in, no problems at all. Plenty of room in the back for cables and everything. And I just love the way that they actually allow you to mount the PSU, because I mounted my PSU on the side. I didn't mount it the traditional way. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just turning it around here so you can get a look at it, but I'm gonna take off the side panels here, and we're gonna take a look at what the build looks like with, of course, the side panels taken off. So let's do that. All right, YouTube, I'm gonna take the side panel off. You just simply if I can do it here, just grab it back here on the back and you just pull it off. Easy day. Make sure you put this down somewhere safe so you don't damage the glass. So I'm gonna just sit it down here on the floor here. I apologize for the camera angle. So speaking of that, always take the glass off, because if you try to take this portion off with the glass in it, it's gonna fall. So always take the glass off first, and then you can take off this bottom portion here. And this just slides back, and then you just pull it off. And as you can see, those little ears or little tabs there, they actually slide into those corresponding holes. And then in the bottom, you got those holes in the bottom as well. You got a couple of them. And then for these tabs, actually I'm sorry, you got 3 of them. These for these tabs here on the bottom, they go in those corresponding holes down there. Easy day. So forgive me again for my camera here. I'm doing this one-handed. So I've got a Sapphire Pure 7700 XT in here, all white. Then I've got the Arctic 3 in here, Liquid Freezer 3 in here. That's a Pro model. And the CPU is a Ryzen 5 7600X. I think that's a good pairing to go with the 7700X. Easy day. The power supply is a Lian Li Edge 1200 watt. And I got that 1200 watt, you know, just for a little bit of future proofing. So I've got enough power to run anything else that I want to put in here. You never know, I may end up putting 5090 in here or something in there one day. So easy day. I didn't do too much with cable management. I just put laid a lot of the cables down here since I got the room. And when you get this case, the hard drive cages are not installed, so I just let them lay down there. You know, you can't really see them anyway. So easy day. All the fans are stock. One thing about these fans here, you know, if you have a larger power supply, then you're not going to be able, but you're not going to be able to flush mount these fans on the bottom. I mean, I can move this one down there, but I can't do both, which wouldn't make a lot of sense because this power supply is a little bit too big. As you can see, the power supply goes about right here, and you see the fans go, they go over here. So you won't be able to fit it in there if you've got a larger power supply. Or if you mount it in there traditionally, you might have the room to actually do it, to recess those fans, but easy day. I didn't change out any of the fans. They're all stock. And they're all actually running off the motherboard, which is PWM. And there is a 6-pin PWM fan hub in the back here, and we're gonna take this off the back. Got some ventilation down here, easy day. So again, I'm doing this one-handed. So bear with me. All right. All right, and as you can see, the cable management, easy day. That's how I did it. And I just put these little cables here, down here for the not Molex, but those type of fan connections down there. And then I just use the included fan hub for the fans, and I use the 3-pin because it has how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's got 4 3-pin 5-volt adjustable RGB headers on there, so easy day. If I said that wrong, I'll put a pop-up on the screen. I love these tabs here for the cable management here in the back. And this isn't a review, this is just an overview of what I actually did in the case. So yeah, easy day. Cable management was an easy day. And then on the back here, nothing too fancy back here. Like I said, I didn't change out any other fans. And like I said, that is a Sapphire RX 7700 XT. I got a Ryzen 5 7600X. The CPU cooler is a Arctic 3 Freezer Pro here. And the motherboard is an MSI X870E Edge TI Wi-Fi. Then again, all the fans are stock. It's a fantastic case, easy to build in. Like I said, the only thing I ran into is I couldn't recess these fans down here because my power supply was too large or too long, whatever you want to say. And other than that, I didn't run into any issues actually installing, you know, the motherboard or the GPU or the CPU or anything else, man. It's just a fantastic case. But I don't want to keep y'all too long. You know, I just want to give you a quick video of what I actually did in the Lian Li Lancool 217. Oh, one thing I do want to mention is that if you've got, you know, this USB 3 header here, you see how I got it ran through the bracket here that holds the GPU, which I'm not even using that bracket to support the GPU here. So you might want to look into that, because if it's one of these ones that is angled at 90 degrees here on the motherboard here, or, you know, it's not coming down straight down on the motherboard, then you may run into some issues. I had to actually run it this way in order to get it in because it was too tight trying to run it the other way. And same thing with these cables here. I had to put this in the EATX configuration so it would look better, just to get my cables to fit the way that I wanted it to fit. You may not run into that issue, but this is how I had to run it in order for it to look nice and neat and clean and not have issues actually trying to plug it in. Now, if it went in, if this connection down here for the USB 3 header here was straight down like the 24 pin, then there wouldn't have been an issue. But since it comes in like at a 90-degree angle there, then that's the way I actually had to run it. So easy day, but not nothing too bad, not a real issue or anything like that. And you know, I could do a better job hiding these cables here, but I'm fine with that. Easy day. You can barely see them. But yeah, I just wanted to go over this real quick, show you this quick overview of what I did in the Lian Li Lancool 217. I rarely show builds because I don't do many. And when I do them, they're pretty much done, unless I change the GPU out or CPU or something like that. But I don't plan on doing anything much with this in the future, but a possible CPU upgrade or, you know, a GPU upgrade. And then, of course, it'll have to be white to match the color scheme. But I rambled on long enough. If you got any questions about the case or anything down there that I may be able to answer, put them down in the comment section. And yeah, this build was an easy day. Really enjoyed building in it. Fantastic price for the case. And I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you so much for watching, and come back for the next one. Later.